Hey there, welcome once again to my channel. This tutorial is dedicated to Docker. Basically, here what we are going to do, we have developed a Spring Boot application with basic CRUD operations, and along with that, we have used MySQL as the database, and we have utilized Java Persistence API, Spring Data JPA, and MySQL connector we have used, and along with that, we have deployed we have built actually two separate images. One is of our of the application and another is of MySQL, which is being provided by Docker Engine. And what we have done is we have created a not in the form of a bridge but rather a link creation between the two containers, and we have run that. So let us quickly demonstrate on what we have done. As you can see that in our system the Docker is already up. So here in the code base, let me guide through the code base. Here is the typical project structure where we have a service, where we have a model basically of transactions. Here you will be able to see that the transaction has a transaction ID which is default, and there are string variables which are from account to account and the amount that has to be passed on. It's a basic model structure. Here we have a repository that is extending a CRUD repository, and here we have a transaction service, where in the transaction service we are getting the transaction history, we are finding all the transactions, and we are finding by ID. We are basically using three not CRUD in that way, rather some selectively we are using the functionalities. And here we have our controllers. One is the create, view all, and view by ID. Okay. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is build the Docker image, and then we are going to run that image, and then followed by we are going to go for the demonstration part. Okay, first of all, let me I missed something here over here. Here in the application.properties, these are the instances. This is the instance of MySQL that we are going to utilize, and this is the driver class name. Mind it, be careful with this. And here is the username and password, and the port that we are using is 8089. Okay, great. Now let's come on to the Docker build. What we are going to do for the ease of understanding what I have done, I have written down the commands. So what here is first is Docker. We are running the Docker command for MySQL 5.7 running. So let me run it. We are getting a container ID. Okay, so next we are going to do is Docker container logs MySQL stand alone. We're going to see in the log. So MySQL is actually up, and it's ready for use. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to build Docker build -t user MySQL. Docker build -t will do what? It will build my Docker image with the help. The Docker file is present in this particular directory, and the package that I have used in the Docker file. Let me show you the Docker file over here. What it's doing is from OpenJDK 12. We are adding the name of the jar we have used is user mysql.jar. We're exposing to it to a port 8089, and the entry point is Java jar user mysql.jar. Okay, great. So let's build the image of this one at first. It's running, it will not take much time. Yeah, it's done. Now it's our time to run it. Docker run -dp 8089 name is user MySQL, and then what we are doing is we are linking our MySQL standalone to MySQL, and we are linking this MySQL standalone to user MySQL. Here what we are going to do is in a detached mode we are going to run this. Yes, it's up, and let's quickly see the logs of this container. Yes, our application is up. Let me do the full screen and then you will be able to see it. Typical Spring Boot log that is available, that has actually dropped in the container. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to do some hands-on demonstration live that we are going to do. First of all, if we hit in the view all, we won't be able to get anything. The body would be empty. Next, what we are going to give is a create. In the body, this is the message that we have. Let me send it. And here it's returning the ID, transaction ID as 1. Let me add some more. Say, let us change the amount over here. This is the data actually. We are posting it. It's hitting the post API, post endpoint. Let us hit on 3. Okay. And another value. Yes. Now what we are going to do is we are going to see the value. As you can see, there are 4 values that are being stored in the MySQL server. And let us, as a proof, let's see what are the logs. In the MySQL, there won't be any prominent logs for this one. Yes, there will be. Here is an 4 times insertion and 1 time is the view log. Okay, and then let's check the logs for that was for user MySQL. That means the application. We are trying to see the logs of MySQL. In the MySQL, only this particular port it's listening to. It is actually exposing 3306 port, the MySQL one. And let us do what? Let us view it for one of the datas. Yes, and 2, 3. We are getting whatever we are wanting in the form of the transaction object, as you can see. So in this way, let us conclude. So in this way, we are doing what connecting a link between 2 containers. In this way, wonderfully it's created. So let us conclude this session over here by saying by summarizing what we have done. So we have instantiated a container of MySQL, then followed by instantiating the container of our application, and then creating a link, and then performing the basic persistence operations via REST API endpoints. Hope you like it, Learn News, and in this way we conclude it. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share among yourselves, and encourage me so that I can come up with new exciting videos. Thank you. Thanks all.